It's shocking, isn't it? How billions can flow into a single corner of Zimbabwe, yet so many ordinary citizens still wake up without water, electricity, or stable jobs. The same nation where countless young graduates roam the streets looking for opportunities now hears of a massive $3.6 billion investment, and yet many wonder, who truly benefits from it? Is it the people of Zimbabwe, or the same powerful elites who always seem to smile whenever cameras flash? Today, we talk about the Palm River Special Economic Zone, a project that has stirred both admiration and suspicion, hope and doubt, promise and pain. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga's latest visit to Beitbridge has drawn national attention. Cameras captured him smiling, applauding, and praising the progress made at the Palm River SEZ. But behind those smiles, many Zimbabweans are asking, what's really happening here? Over $200 million has already been poured into this project, with promises of billions more to come. The question is, will these billions finally change the lives of local people, or will this become another grand illusion of development? Chiwenga called the project a testament to government efforts. But let's pause for a moment. How many testaments have we heard before? How many groundbreaking ceremonies have been held with grand speeches and golden shovels, only for the projects to vanish months later? How many times have we been told that a certain investment will transform the economy, yet poverty levels continue to rise? Still, this one feels different, at least on the surface. The Palm River SEZ boasts of a thermal power station, a chrome smelting plant, and a coal coking plant, projects that could genuinely fuel Zimbabwe's industrial future if managed properly. These are not small-scale ventures. They have the potential to bring in energy, jobs, and international trade. But what are the safeguards to ensure this wealth doesn't leak into the wrong pockets? What measures are in place to ensure transparency? Chiwenga himself seemed genuinely pleased. He said, "We are happy with the progress we have seen. There are great improvements." He even pointed out the new laboratories where chemicals are tested and praised the ferrochrome plant that's now in full operation. On paper, everything looks like progress. But have we not seen progress before that later turned into corruption scandals and half-finished ghost towns? It's said that over 800 Zimbabweans are currently employed full-time at the site, most from the Beitbridge community. That's commendable. But let's think long-term. 800 jobs out of a population of millions barely scratches the surface. The company promises to hire up to 10,000 people over 12 years. 12 years. By that time, how many youths will have aged out of opportunity? How many families will still be waiting for inclusive growth? The Deputy Mines and Mining Development Minister, Engineer Makwiranzou, proudly declared that $237 million had already been invested. He projected that total investment will reach $3.6 billion. These are big numbers, the kind that make headlines, the kind that attract investors. But what happens to these billions after the photo ops fade away? How much of that money actually touches local hands? Minister Albert Nguluvhe of Matabeleland South called it a game changer. He said it would boost the province's GDP and revive mining activities. He also mentioned that the project will help rebuild rail systems and fund new schools and healthcare facilities. It all sounds perfect. Yet, if you ask anyone living in Beitbridge, they'll tell you about the dust, the long power cuts, and the endless wait for proper infrastructure. So, will this new investment finally change that? Or are we watching the same movie again, just with a different cast? Chiwenga also emphasized skills transfer, something that sounds great on paper. He spoke proudly about young girls from local schools gaining access to technical training in laboratories and engineering spaces. It's encouraging to see girls being given such opportunities, but one can't help but wonder, will these opportunities last? Or are they temporary gestures meant to soften criticism and win public approval? Let's be honest, when foreign investors come in, especially from powerful countries like China, there's always a hidden layer of concern. Chiwenga himself even admitted this, saying that such models can strengthen people-to-people relationships between Zimbabwe and China. But are these relationships truly equal? Or is Zimbabwe once again being positioned as the junior partner, dependent on foreign funding, foreign labor, and foreign ownership? Many have raised the question, What's really in the contracts? What share of ownership belongs to Zimbabweans? Who controls the profits once these plants start operating fully? Will these revenues go toward improving local infrastructure, or will they disappear into the same old pipelines of power and privilege? The vice president's tour also included the Orangeville Citrus Project and Nottingham Estate, both multi-million-dollar ventures. Combined, these projects could transform Beitbridge into an industrial powerhouse. But will the benefits reach the ordinary farmer, the unemployed youth, or the struggling trader by the roadside? Or will Beitbridge become yet another playground for the wealthy few? It's also worth noting the timing of all this. With political tensions brewing and public frustration growing, these grand visits and projects often serve another purpose: to show progress, to calm tempers, to distract attention from deeper issues. Could this be part of a broader strategy to win public confidence? Or is it genuinely a turning point for Zimbabwe's development path? Still, we must give credit where it's due. The sight of operational power plants and active construction is far better than idle land and rusting machinery. Progress is progress, no matter how small. But progress without accountability is a ticking time bomb. Chiwenga's remarks about skills transfer and local empowerment sound noble, but these promises must be matched with transparency reports, public audits, and clear hiring data. Zimbabweans deserve to know who's really benefiting from this $3.6 billion project. The idea of reviving the Beitbridge rail system is particularly exciting. If that happens, it could restore trade routes and reconnect rural communities to urban markets. So, here's the question for you watching right now. Do you believe this project will really change lives in Beitbridge? Do you trust the promises made by government officials this time? Or do you think this is another political show meant to pacify the people ahead of future elections? Share your thoughts in the comments. And another question, if you were in charge of this $3.6 billion investment, what would you prioritize first? Jobs, energy, or education? I'd love to hear what you think. Because at the end of the day, projects like these are supposed to be for the people. But they only succeed if the people demand transparency, accountability, and results. Zimbabwe's future depends not just on investors, but on citizens who refuse to stay silent when promises go unfulfilled. If you made it this far, you can already tell this story is more than just about a construction site in Beitbridge. It's about the soul of a nation still fighting for fairness, equality, and real progress. And whether or not that dream becomes a reality depends on the voices of people like you.